He kept saying like, "Don't worry," and "You're going to help me."
Yo, this could be so wrong, bro.
Later, in the void.
What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Savvy, and welcome back to the Savvy Show. And in today's episode, guys, this looks like a really creepy one. Honestly, it looks like Frankenstein from the first glance. From just first glance of this SCP, it's really interesting. I want to see what this is all about and if it is like a play off of Frankenstein. I won't be surprised if it is, but without any further ado, this SCP is SCP-542 Hergchager. Don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm pretty sure that's German, but we shall see through the duration of this reaction. So with that being said, if you guys end up enjoying this reaction along the way, please remember to smash that like button for me. It really helps the channel grow. It's 100% free and it takes less than a second, guys. And also remember to smash the sub button as well too. Join the family, make content like this daily so you always get your dose of SCP heat. And I'm telling you, if you love my reaction style, you love SCP content, this is the best place to be. You finally came home. So let's have fun together. And with all out the way, remember, shout out to the rubber like always, bringing the heat per usual. And it's time to get into it. So without any further ado, let's get this show started. Alrighty, SCP-542 Hergchager. Let's see what you got for us, Frankenstein.
Viewer discretion is advised. He was hiding under the bed, and he had these freakishly long arms, and the fingers. Too many joints.
What
and he
the
took my
heck?
ankles right out from under me. Hello, everybody.
What is he trying to get into? Yo, come on. You're starting off the video like that, Rubber? You must be drinking something sweet. Hey, let's just keep it pushing, though. Yo.
I'm the Rubber. Today, we bring you SCP Foundation Euclid Class Object SCP-542.
Rubber be playing.
SCP-542, also known as Hergchager or
Chirurg.
Surgeon, is a high-intelligence
Surgeon.
German man with an IQ range around 150.
Well, goddamn, off the rip. Yo, I was pretty close to the name. I literally thought I butchered that. And instead, you could call him Surgeon. So I guess maybe that's Hergchager Surgeon in German? Maybe? Would make sense. Not too sure. I don't speak German. But I got the language right. That was pretty cool. Let's rewind it again, though.
Surgeon is a high-intelligence German man with an IQ range around 150.
This is a man.
Although German appears to be his first language, he is also fluent in English, French, and can speak a small bit of Polish and Italian.
He's intelligent.
542 claims to have been dreadfully normal before World War I started, and claims to have worked for the Nazi Party, even if he found their goals boringly simple.
Wait, did you work for them or did they work on you? Yo, that's a different situation. Because it looked like they put some work on you, bro. Like, what do you mean working for them? Like, bro, you're looking like a grown guinea pig, man. You weren't working for them. You were getting worked on. Let's keep it a buck, bro. No homo. Y'all know what I mean, so let's keep it pushing.
542 has been described as a Frankenstein's monster in appearance. He may hide his odd features under heavy clothing, but prefers to wear only a nice pair of slacks, which reveals his hunched form, distended gut, warped rib cage, and
my
bizarre arm
God.
structure.
He literally looks like Frankenstein and the Hunchback from Notre Dame fused together, bro. Like, straight up. This is getting a little creepy.
His skin is made from patches of various hues and shades, some of which are healed together with scars, while others are still stitched together.
Who did this to him?
The non-symmetrical bone and muscle structure reveals multiple body replacements that have been completed over time surgically.
Did Hitler do this?
In addition, he admits to having worked with helpers before to replace body parts, such as portions of his own spinal cord. Although his appearance
What?
can change with surgery, his arms are always too long for his body, and his hands have been modified greatly to have additional joints in the fingers.
Why, though?
542's
Looking
skin
goofy.
is pulled rather tightly over his face, giving him a somewhat skeletal appearance, along with the tendency for his bones to bulge through the skin. His teeth are collected from different individuals, some of them not even human by all
I
appearances.
was about to say, those don't look like
He
human
currently
teeth.
boasts 2 hearts and multiples of several other organs and organ systems. It is unknown as to how he is able to function while performing invasive surgery on himself, even
Wait, he's doing... He's actually doing this to himself now? Hold up. Before we get carried away.
how he is able to function while performing invasive surgery on himself, even while inserting extra brain matter into his skull.
What?
Maybe because of having an extra brain, 542 seems to have a very good memory. 542 behaves in a surprisingly pleasant manner most of the time,
I'm surprised.
enjoying lengthy conversations about science and biology, politics, and long games of chess.
I low-key actually want to see him pick up a chess piece. That would be kind of funny. There's no way. How is he moving those pieces with those hands? Come on now.
However,
Captain.
when an organ begins to fail or part of his body becomes necrotic, he
Ew.
undergoes a drastic personality change, stalking and observing people from a distance. 542 has been proven to be the assailant in a string of 45 murders over the course of 3 years that occurred across Germany,
Bro.
England, and America.
Was he a hitman?
Furthermore, he is suspected of an additional unconfirmed 15 murders during that time span. He was first observed 4 years ago by a Foundation agent in Germany,
This
after
dude.
4 people had been attacked and had muscle, sinew, and bones removed from their limbs.
He stripped their
3
muscle?
of the victims died from blood loss and shock. The 4th happened to be staying in the hotel room next to the agent who
Okay,
intervened.
look at this hero.
While staying at the hotel, the agent heard the sounds of a scuffle and screaming from across the hall
OV.
at approximately 3 a.m. local time, at which point he felt that he had to intervene, unknown that he would come face to face with a possible SCP.
Yo.
After forcing the door open, he saw 542 removing the muscles and bone of the victim's right leg. He fired several shots, and 542 fled through the window.
This dude just okay, yo. Okay, he's not getting into the action we thought he was getting into at the beginning of the video. But yo, this is so creepy, honestly. What the heck? And he just jumped out the window like that? When his legs like collapse?
The agent contacted local
Oh my
authorities and an
goodness.
ambulance. The victim is an American tourist who had only been in town for a few days. Below is an interview of her
Dang.
describing the encounter with 542 while recovering in the
Pretty
hospital.
much ruined her experience to Germany.
I had been to Germany before, so I knew my way around,
Oh, never mind.
and I was used to taking the bus. But I guess I first saw him there. I think just this guy, all hidden under heavy jackets.
Oh my god.
He had a hat and glasses. Of course, I was suspicious because it was summer,
That
you know,
hunch.
sweltering hot. And I realized he was looking at me, but I ignored it. He didn't get off the bus at my stop, anyways. And there were always others on the bus, even late at night.
He's still staring.
I guess I saw him for 3 days, and I stopped thinking about it. He must have followed me off the bus that day.
But you saw him for 3 days after that first day? What? So you saw him following you, I'm assuming, if you saw him 3 days in a row. Unless she was saying it's been 3 days, but she didn't say that though. One, you should have reported this. I mean, it's not your fault that you got, attacked, but I'm just saying, like, if you saw him looking at you, or you saw him for 3 days, wouldn't you think that's kind of weird? Germany's a pretty big place.
Always others on the bus, even late at night.
Let's hear.
I guess I saw him for 3 days, and I stopped thinking about it. He must have followed me off the bus that night. I went up to my hotel room, and I don't remember. The window was open, and it was all dark. The light wouldn't turn on. I figured maybe somebody had broken into my room.
Did he come
So
from the
I
window?
went in to see if anything was stolen, and the victim shows signs of intense discomfort and asked for a minute to compose herself.
Did her Chigurh leave some leftover body parts that he forgot to put in his to-go box? Like, yo, what did you see? What the heck?
She resumes after several minutes. He was hiding under the bed, and he had these freakishly long arms and the fingers, too many joints, and he took my ankles right out from under me. He was just too fast. He tied my arms and legs to the bed. He kept saying, like, "Don't worry," and "You're going to help me."
Yo, this could be so wrong, bro. Calm down, bro.
And "I need your help," and things like that.
Oh my
It
god.
was scary as shit. And he said that so long as I kept quiet, he might call an ambulance afterward. And that was a little scary. I guess it really was worse than that. He picked up his jacket and had been on the coat hanger by the door. Come to think of it, I hadn't even noticed it. He started pulling out all these tools, and I just didn't know what to do.
I'm assuming he's doing this because he needs it for his own body. Because, you know, like, if he loses a body part or whatever, he goes into this, like, berserk state, it seemed like. So I feel like he needs to get, you know, fresh body parts so he could become normal again. And with that being the case, is he pretty much immortal? If he keeps on doing this, if he's able to have, you know, humans to operate on, operate, can he not die? That'd be kind of cool.
So I decided to take my chances and started screaming as loud as I could.
Nice.
Then he
Slapped you?
The victim started crying and couldn't continue talking. She was allowed to stop there and was delivered the amnestic and alibi that night. She believed that she had...
I was low-key was gonna say, did he actually take a body part from her? Like, why is she crying so much? Yo, I feel so bad. I'm glad I'm glad I was on the hush hush a little bit. Yo, let's just keep it pushing though. Damn. A little too late though.
Instead, been in an unfortunate traffic incident, and her right leg had been amputated. 542 appears to have the ability to sense the health and medical status of other humans within several meters of him.
Whoa.
The range extends to approximately 5 meters when he focuses. He admits that he uses this process, which he doesn't understand himself, to pick his next victims.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
542
that's so
is
random.
shown to be very willing to comply with certain experiments, and appears to enjoy performing self-surgery with someone observing, explaining what he is doing, and
What?
displaying his knowledge of the workings of the body, almost as if he were a teacher describing a surgical textbook.
On himself, wow.
One time, 542 decided to have his own baby. He
How?
did microsurgery to Dr. Cald and Dr. Mann.
Who would do something with him? He's still human, so there's no way he birthed that baby himself. I'm not, don't give me that. So what's really going on? Who would sleep with this dude, bro?
Now, let us consummate our love through microsurgery and genetic engineering. To the laboratory, in the purest way.
Get the heck out of
Within
here,
moments,
boy.
the microsurgery tools were set up.
In the purest
The
way.
genetic samples unfrozen, and the mysterious beakers and flasks of colorful fluids were bubbling merrily. Dr. Mann and Dr. Cald were happily splicing away at DNA.
You made a baby?
542 began the delicate process of combining the DNA into one complete set. It was a delicate process, and it required a steady, unwavering hand.
And he has those? Quit the cap, bro. Like, yo, are you kidding me? Look at his hands. He has extra joints. Like, how is this dude a surgeon? What the heck?
Combining the DNA into one complete set. It was a delicate process, and it required a steady, unwavering hand.
Cap.
His thin, multi-jointed digits went to work with a will, slowly wending their way into the very stuff of life until he had completed his chromosomal work. Gentlemen, we have combined our genetic material successfully. Now we must raise it to gestation. So, how should we start? An artificial womb? A surrogate?
Incubator?
No, that would spoil the magic of it. It must be one of us. Perhaps Dr. Mann would like the honor. Dr. Mann shook his head.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't. You should do it, Dr. Cald. I insist.
Yeah, I insist too.
I know my little darlings are so eager to make each other happy.
Oh no.
But there can only be one womb. It is clear what is causing this strife. Obviously, you both want to carry our child. I should have thought of this before.
Oh my
I should
god.
have known it would cause strife.
Oh no.
Don't worry, 542 said with a smile.
Is he messing with us, or does he actually believe they both want to carry this child? I'm assuming he is because he's smiling like that. Yo, I hope.
Papa has a solution. Trust in me.
Why don't you carry
He
it?
held up a scalpel. The both of them realized that they were feeling more tired. 9 months later, you two make a lovely mother. 542 admiring his handiwork. It had taken a great deal of work to get two heads to function on one body.
This guy's out of hand.
The body had to have sufficient blood flow to support two brains, and sufficient oxygen introduced into the blood. But it had been worth it to make his darlings happy, and to give him the family he had longed for. He beamed. Remember to check out my new animation channel, The Rubber Talks, where I
Wow. There was a lot going on in this animation. Let's just keep it 100. But nonetheless, it was a great animation. Honestly, from what I figured, it was more so like a, Frankenstein slash surgeon. I don't get that part. I wish we got some explanation about the people that he's operating on, all the murders that he committed. Is that for personal like longevity? Or is he just doing that just to feel good? Like, is he just a psychopath that just likes to kill? Or is he actually doing that to like stay alive and he needs, fresh body parts? I want to get that cleared up because it will kind of show us at least, is he just, doing this for his own well-being? He doesn't know what else to do to survive. And if that is the case, I will be more on the lines of him actually believing that those two doctors wanted to, carry the child and have one womb. And he literally thought that was the case. And he just didn't click. He's not, that smart in that aspect. So that's why he fused them. But if it's the latter, and he knew that they were like trying to like, no, you do, no, I do. Like, okay, he's pretty messed up because it's still unclear. But I think that's the case. But anyway, it was a fun animation to react to. If you guys enjoyed it as well too, please remember to smash that like button and also smash the sub button, join the family if not already part of the family. Make content like this daily so you always get your dose of SCP heat. And I'm telling you guys, you don't want to miss a dose, man. This is going to be hot. And I'd love to have you join the family. With that all of the way, unfortunately, that concludes today's episode. However, I'll catch you guys on the next one.